Do you love cheese but worry it might not be good for you anymore? Well, you're not alone. Many seniors I talk to say the same thing. I used to enjoy cheese all the time, but now I'm not sure if it's still safe for my heart, my digestion, or even my blood pressure. And honestly, that concern is valid because the truth is some cheeses can do more harm than good, especially after 60. They may be loaded with hidden salt, unhealthy fats, or artificial additives that put extra strain on your heart, kidneys, and joints. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up cheese completely. There are still several types of cheese that are gentle, nutritious, and even beneficial for people in their golden years. In fact, the right cheese can support your bones, muscles, and even help with digestion. So in today's video, I'll walk you through 4 kinds of cheese you should avoid and why they can be risky, and 4 better senior-friendly cheeses you can enjoy every day without guilt. If you enjoy cheese but want to feel confident about what you're eating, this video is for you. Grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's take a closer look at the cheeses that help or hurt your health after 60. 1. Processed cheese, the fake cheese in your fridge. Let's start with the biggest red flag in the cheese aisle, processed cheese. You know the kind, those individually wrapped shiny orange slices labeled American cheese or cheese food. Sure, they melt perfectly on a burger, but what's really inside them? Well, here's the truth. Processed cheese is barely cheese at all. Unlike real cheese, which is made from milk, cultures, and enzymes, processed cheese contains a mix of milk byproducts, vegetable oils, emulsifiers, salt, and artificial coloring. It's highly manipulated in factories to achieve that uniform texture and long shelf life. And while it might taste creamy and familiar, it's not doing your body any favors, especially if you are over 60. First, the sodium. Just one slice of processed cheese can have over 300 milligrams of salt. That adds up fast. High sodium intake can raise blood pressure, strain your heart, and increase the risk of stroke. Second, the fat content. Processed cheese often contains unhealthy trans fats or saturated fats from poor quality oils. These fats raise bad LDL cholesterol and put extra stress on your cardiovascular system, something we want to avoid as we age. Third, the lack of real nutrients. Real cheese can be a good source of calcium, protein, and vitamin B12. But processed cheese? It's mostly empty calories with fillers. You get little to no nutritional benefit. Some brands even add preservatives like sorbic acid or phosphates, which have been linked to kidney stress when consumed regularly. So what's the bottom line? Processed cheese may be convenient, but it's not worth the health cost. It's like eating a cheese-flavored product, not the real thing. If you're serious about protecting your heart, your blood pressure, and your long-term health, it's time to leave processed cheese off your plate. Stick around as we dive into the next type of cheese that might be silently harming your body and learn which cheeses are actually good for your bones, heart, and digestion. 2. Blue cheese, beautiful mold, but trouble for seniors. Blue cheese is one of those foods people either love or avoid altogether. It has a strong smell, a sharp taste, and those blue-green veins running through it, caused by a special kind of mold. Yes, mold. And while that mold is technically safe to eat, it might not be the best choice for older adults. Let's talk about why. First, blue cheese is extremely high in sodium. Just 1 ounce, about the size of a pair of dice, can contain up to 400 milligrams of salt. That's a big hit to your daily limit, especially for those managing high blood pressure or heart concerns. Second, the mold itself. While it's generally safe for healthy adults, the aging immune system may not handle it as well. People over 60 are more prone to infections, food sensitivities, or digestive issues. Moldy foods like blue cheese can trigger bloating, upset stomach, or even allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. And then there's the fat. Blue cheese is rich in saturated fat, which can raise LDL, bad cholesterol. That's a concern when arteries may already be narrowing with age. Regularly eating fatty cheeses can contribute to artery plaque buildup, a silent threat to your heart and brain. What about bone health? True, blue cheese contains calcium, but so do many other cheeses, without the added risks. It's better to choose a cheese that supports your bones and is gentle on your heart and digestion. And one more note, some types of blue cheese are made with unpasteurized milk. That might not sound like a big deal, but unpasteurized dairy can carry harmful bacteria like Listeria, which is especially dangerous for older adults. So what should you do? If you love the bold flavor of blue cheese, consider it an occasional treat, not an everyday staple. Or try crumbling a very small amount into salads rather than eating large chunks. Better yet, switch to milder, heart-friendly cheeses that still satisfy your cravings without the health risks. Stay with me. We still have 2 more cheeses to avoid coming up, followed by 4 excellent options you can eat daily to support stronger bones, better digestion, and a healthier heart. 3. Cream cheese. Soft, smooth, and sneakily unhealthy. Let's talk about cream cheese. It's creamy, mild, and spreads like a dream on toast or bagels. For many people, it feels like a comfort food, especially when paired with sweet jams or salty smoked salmon. But here's the thing, cream cheese might be comforting, but it's not comforting to your health, especially after age 60. Wait, saying. First, cream cheese is mostly fat. A typical 2 tablespoon serving contains about 10 grams of fat, and 6 of those grams are saturated fat. That's a lot for such a small amount. And when saturated fats build up in your system, they raise LDL, bad cholesterol, which increases your risk of heart disease and stroke, 2 of the most common health issues in older adults. And unlike other cheeses, cream cheese doesn't offer much protein or calcium. So while it tastes rich and satisfying, it doesn't do much to strengthen bones or muscles, 2 areas we really need to protect after 60. Another sneaky issue? Additives and preservatives. Commercial cream cheese is often processed with stabilizers to extend shelf life and maintain that smooth texture. While these ingredients are approved for use, they add unnecessary load to your liver and kidneys, organs that already work harder as we age. Now let's talk blood sugar. On its own, cream cheese is low carb, but we rarely eat it alone. Most people spread it on white bread, bagels, crackers, or mix it into desserts. That combo of refined carbs and high-fat spikes blood sugar and promotes fat storage, especially belly fat, which is harder to lose after 60 and more harmful to heart health. Also, cream cheese is easy to overeat. It's soft, spreadable, and doesn't fill you up quickly. So before you know it, you've had 3 or 4 servings without realizing. Those calories and fats add up fast. So what can you do instead? Try swapping cream cheese with cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. Both are high in protein, lower in fat, and still creamy enough to spread. You can even season them with herbs or a pinch of salt for that savory flavor. If you love the richness of cream cheese in desserts, consider using a mix of Greek yogurt and a small amount of whipped cream cheese to lighten the load. Bottom line, cream cheese might be a nostalgic favorite, but it offers very little nutrition and a lot of risk for older adults. Save it for rare occasions and opt for smarter, heart-friendly swaps that truly nourish your body every day. Or processed cheese, the cheese that's not Rockefeller cheese. If you grew up enjoying cheese slices that came wrapped in shiny plastic or blocks that melt perfectly on burgers, chances are you've had your fair share of processed cheese. It's convenient, it melts beautifully, and it's everywhere, from fast food to frozen dinners. But after age 60, processed cheese is one of the worst choices you can make for your health. Why? Let's break it down. First, let's be honest. Processed cheese isn't real cheese. It's made from a mix of low-quality cheese scraps, milk solids, emulsifiers, salt, artificial colors, and preservatives. Sometimes it even contains vegetable oils and food starch to create that smooth texture. While it might look like cheese, it's more of a cheese-like product. Now imagine what all that extra sodium, preservatives, and additives do to your body, especially if you're already managing high blood pressure, kidney issues, or heart disease. A single slice of processed cheese can contain up to 400 500 milligrams of sodium, and most people don't stop at one slice. For seniors who should generally keep sodium intake below 1,500 milligrams per day, that's a big hit in just one food item. And it's not just the salt. Processed cheese is high in saturated fat. the kind that clogs arteries and increases LDL, bad cholesterol. Many older adults already deal with cholesterol and blood pressure concerns, so adding processed cheese to your meals only makes things worse. Worried about calcium and protein? Don't count on processed cheese. Unlike natural cheeses like cheddar or Swiss, processed versions lose a lot of nutritional value during manufacturing. So you're getting all the fat and salt, with very little of the bone-building, muscle-supporting benefits. Another issue? Addiction to the taste. Processed cheese is engineered to be highly palatable. The creamy texture, salty flavor, and easy melt make it a go-to comfort food. But that's exactly what makes it dangerous. It encourages mindless eating and dependence on low-quality ingredients, especially if cooking becomes harder with age. So what should you do instead? If you love melty cheese on sandwiches or eggs, switch to low-sodium natural cheeses like Swiss or mozzarella. You can even find reduced-fat versions that offer the same melt with less fat. And if you need something easy to prepare, go for pre-sliced real cheese, not the cheese product slices. Bottom line, processed cheese is cheap and convenient, but your health is too valuable to cut corners. After 60, your body needs real nourishment, not synthetic fillers. Make the switch to whole, natural cheeses that support your heart, bones, and long-term wellness. So now you know which types of cheese might be doing more harm than good after 60, but that doesn't mean you have to cut cheese out of your life completely. In fact, when chosen wisely, cheese can actually support your health, from strengthening bones and muscles to boosting memory and even protecting your heart. The real question isn't, should I eat cheese, but rather, which cheese should I eat, how much, and how often? The good news is there are certain types of cheese that are gentle on your digestion, lower in salt and fat, and packed with nutrients that are especially helpful as we age. Let's now explore 4 cheeses you should eat every day, delicious, wholesome choices that can become a smart and satisfying part of your daily routine after 60. 1. Cottage cheese. Gentle on the heart, good for the bones. If you're looking for a cheese that's both light and nourishing, cottage cheese should be at the top of your list, especially if you're over 60. What makes cottage cheese so special? For starters, it's low in fat and sodium, especially when you choose low-fat or no-salt added varieties. That's a huge win for seniors who are trying to manage high blood pressure, cholesterol, or heart disease. But that's just the beginning. Cottage cheese is packed with high-quality protein, particularly a protein called casein. Casein digests slowly, which means it helps you feel full longer and delivers a steady supply of amino acids to support muscle maintenance, a critical need for older adults at risk of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. What's more, cottage cheese is rich in calcium and phosphorus, both essential minerals for strong bones and preventing osteoporosis. As we age, our bones naturally become more fragile, so getting enough calcium in a digestible form is key, and cottage cheese fits the bill perfectly. Another often overlooked benefit? Cottage cheese is easy to eat and versatile. Whether you enjoy it with fruit, add it to a salad, or spread it on whole grain toast, it's a gentle and easy way to get more nutrients without heavy fats or excessive salt. And here's a tip. If you're watching your blood sugar or managing diabetes, cottage cheese has a low glycemic index and won't spike your blood sugar, like some flavored yogurts or cream-based cheeses might. Even better, it's gut-friendly. Some versions contain live probiotics, which support digestive health, a common concern for many older adults. Just look for ones labeled with live cultures if you want this added benefit. So next time you open the fridge looking for something creamy and satisfying, skip the processed cheese slices and reach for a bowl of cottage cheese instead. Your heart, bones, and muscles will thank you. 2. Cottage cheese, the soft cheese that keeps you strong after 60. When it comes to supporting your health after 60, few foods are as quietly powerful as cottage cheese. It may not look fancy on your plate, but don't let its simplicity fool you. This soft, creamy cheese is packed with essential nutrients that help you stay strong, energized, and mentally sharp as you age. First and foremost, cottage cheese is an excellent source of high-quality protein, especially a slow-digesting type called casein. As we grow older, it becomes harder to maintain muscle mass, which is why getting enough protein is crucial. Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, can lead to weakness, poor balance, and even higher risk of falls. But by including cottage cheese in your daily routine, you're giving your body a steady stream of amino acids to support muscle repair and strength, even while you sleep. That's right, because casein digests slowly, it provides a gentle, long-lasting fuel for your muscles. Many nutritionists even recommend cottage cheese as an ideal evening snack for older adults looking to maintain lean muscle without heavy meals at night. But cottage cheese isn't just good for your muscles. It's also a brain and bone booster. It's rich in vitamin B12, which helps keep your nerves functioning properly, supports red blood cell production, and plays a key role in preserving cognitive function. Low levels of B12 have been linked to memory problems and brain fog in seniors, so getting a reliable source like cottage cheese can make a real difference. Let's not forget your bones. Cottage cheese is also a source of calcium and phosphorus, both essential for maintaining bone density and preventing fractures. For people over 60, keeping bones strong is just as important as keeping muscles firm. One more reason to love this cheese: it's usually low in fat and sodium, especially if you choose the low-fat, unsalted version. Many aged cheeses are high in salt, which can raise your blood pressure and put strain on your heart. Cottage cheese, on the other hand, is often heart-friendly, making it a safe, everyday option even if you have high blood pressure or heart concerns. And best of all, it's incredibly easy to enjoy. Add a scoop to your morning fruit bowl, shred it on whole grain toast, or mix it with some tomatoes and herbs for a quick, savory snack. You can even blend it into smoothies for a creamy texture and protein punch. Bottom line, cottage cheese is a gentle giant in the world of healthy aging. It's easy to digest, full of benefits for your muscles, bones, and brain, and it fits perfectly into a senior-friendly diet. So next time you're stocking your fridge, make room for this quiet hero. Your body will thank you. 3. Parmesan, the flavorful cheese that boosts bone and heart health. Don't let its hard texture and sharp taste fool you. Parmesan cheese is one of the healthiest cheeses you can eat, especially if you're over 60. Often sprinkled over pasta or salads, this aged Italian cheese offers more than just flavor. It's actually a nutrient powerhouse, especially for your bones, heart, and overall vitality. Let's start with bone health, one of the top concerns for seniors. Parmesan is incredibly rich in calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that work together to build and maintain strong bones. In fact, just 1 ounce of Parmesan provides about 30% of your daily calcium needs. That's impressive for such a small amount. As we age, our bodies absorb less calcium, making it even more important to choose calcium-rich foods. And Parmesan delivers that in every sprinkle. What makes Parmesan even more bone-friendly is that it's lactose-free. Yes, even though it's made from cow's milk, the long-aging process breaks down lactose, which means even people with lactose sensitivity can usually enjoy it without tummy trouble. That makes it a smart choice for seniors who may have stopped eating dairy due to digestion issues, but still need strong bone support. Now let's talk heart health. While some cheeses are high in saturated fat and salt, Parmesan, when used in small amounts, can actually be a heart-friendly option. It's high in protein and essential vitamins like B12, which support red blood cell production and energy levels. Its umami-rich flavor also means you don't need to use much to get a big flavor payoff, which helps you keep sodium intake in check. And here's something many people overlook. Parmesan is packed with probiotics, especially if you buy the real aged kind. These good bacteria can support your gut health, which plays a big role in digestion, immune strength, and even mood. A healthier gut means better absorption of nutrients and fewer digestive issues, something every senior can appreciate. Another big plus? Parmesan has a very long shelf life. A small wedge can last in your fridge for months, especially if you store it properly. That means less food waste and more value. Always a bonus. Not sure how to enjoy it? It's easy. Grate it over roasted vegetables, mix it into soups, or sprinkle it on top of scrambled eggs for a savory boost. You can even shave thin slices over a salad or blend a small amount into homemade dressings for added richness. In short, Parmesan isn't just delicious, it's functional. It helps protect your bones, supports your heart, and adds flavor to your meals without overloading you with salt or fat. For older adults looking to eat smart and age strong, Parmesan is a little wedge of wellness that belongs in your daily diet. Boom. Ricotta, the creamy cheese that supports muscle, memory, and more last. But certainly not least, let's talk about ricotta, a soft, mild cheese that's as gentle on your taste buds as it is on your body. If you're over 60 and looking for a cheese that supports muscle strength, brain health, and easy digestion, ricotta may just become your new daily favorite. First things first, protein. Ricotta is surprisingly high in whey protein, the same type found in many fitness supplements. But unlike powders and bars, ricotta gives you that protein in a natural, whole food form without any strange additives. Why is this important? Because after 60, we naturally start to lose muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. Eating high-quality protein each day, especially from sources like ricotta, can help slow muscle loss, support strength, and even improve balance and mobility. But ricotta doesn't just help your body, it also helps your brain. This cheese contains key nutrients like zinc, selenium, and vitamin B12, all of which are essential for memory, mental clarity, and mood regulation. B12, in particular, is often low in older adults and can lead to fatigue, forgetfulness, or even depression if not addressed. Just a serving of ricotta can help fill that gap and keep your mind sharp. Another benefit, it's easy to digest. Ricotta is made from whey, the liquid left over from cheese making, which contains less fat and is lower in lactose than other cheeses. That makes it a great choice for older adults who have trouble digesting heavier or aged cheeses. It's also gentle on the stomach and works well for people with sensitive digestive systems. Ricotta is also relatively low in sodium compared to cheeses like feta or cheddar. That's great news if you're watching your blood pressure or following a heart-healthy diet. And it's naturally low in saturated fat, especially if you choose part skim or low-fat versions. Another win for heart health. Now let's talk about how to enjoy it. Ricotta's creamy texture makes it incredibly versatile. You can spread it on whole grain toast with a few berries for a healthy breakfast, stir it into oatmeal, add it to smoothies for extra protein, or mix it with herbs and enjoy it as a dip. It also works beautifully in savory dishes like baked eggplant or spinach stuffed mushrooms. One more little bonus, it feels indulgent. There's something comforting about a spoonful of creamy ricotta, and when eating well feels good, not just healthy, you're more likely to stick with it. And that consistency is the key to long-term health. To sum it up, ricotta offers a rare combination of muscle support, brain nutrients, and gentle digestion, all wrapped up in a soft, delicious cheese you can cook it in countless ways. If you're looking to age with strength, clarity, and vitality, ricotta deserves a place at your table every single day. So there you have it. 4 cheeses to avoid and 4 to enjoy every single day to help support your heart, bones, muscles, and brain after 60. It's amazing, isn't it? Sometimes the smallest changes, like switching up the kind of cheese in your fridge, can make a big difference in how you feel day to day. Eating well doesn't have to be complicated. With just a few smart choices, you can nourish your body, protect your health, and still enjoy delicious food along the way. If you found this video helpful, please tap that like button. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future tips on how to stay strong, sharp, and healthy in your golden years. Got a favorite cheese or a question about one I didn't mention? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you and maybe even cover your question in a future video. Until next time, take care of yourself, one healthy bite at a time.